Hi everyone, it's Karen here with a new step-by-step scrapbooking layout tutorial for 7 Dot Studio. Enjoy! This layout is a little bit different than my usual, as I got inspired by Louise Nelson, who always uses very small pictures for her layouts. And I recently bought this really cute printer that prints pictures directly from my phone, and it's called Sprocket, and I printed these really small pictures, and I'm going to show you how I do that. The first thing I did is I took the Twilight paper from the Hazy Days collection from 7 Dot Studio, and I took the stencil, geometrical stencil from Dreamscapes collection. Then I took 3 colors of distress inks. These are the regular distress inks, not the oxides. I took Vintage Photo, Rusty Hinge, and Wild Honey. These colors were perfect for this layout and also for this collection, because this has a really rustic kind of feel, and I really wanted to incorporate those colors into my layout. I really love the design with the birds on a wire, and I tried to incorporate it somehow into my layout. I ended up covering a lot of it, which it was not my intention, but I just kept on adding elements that were the right thing for what I wanted it to look like. So here I just moved my stencil around and switched between the colors to just get a different kind of blended look to the background. It gave a really nice effect, and I made sure that I wasn't covering it all because I didn't want perfect lines. I wanted it to look very distressed. So I moved the stencil around and just made it look a little bit more distressed as it was going across the page. I took some string that it's from the dollar store. This is brown string, and I just cut out a long piece and started weaving it basically around my page to kind of mimic the birds on a wire. I used a little bit of tape to hold the strings in the background, and then my tiny attacher from Tim Holtz to kind of hold the strings together. So this had a dual purpose. The tiny attacher, the staples, not only held the strings together, but also created a really nice grungy effect to match the rest of the composition and the theme. Then I took some thread. This is sewing thread, and it's a very dark, it's kind of almost like black or dark brown, and I just added it very messily to the background by using a little bit of soft gel. So I just pulled a bunch of it on, put a bunch of it on, and then just took some of my gel and glued it on. So now it's time to show you my little gadget. This is an HP Sprocket, and it was recently my birthday, so I actually got this as a gift. And all you do is you have to connect it. You can download the app from them, and basically you just choose the picture you want, which I'm picking a picture that I will talk about soon of me of my husband. And all you do is you can add different frames, or add different effects, colors, writing, whatever you want, and then you send it to the Sprocket. You print it out, and the prints are actually inside, and you don't need a cartridge for this. The actual papers have already the ink on them, so you don't need to change cartridges. You need to buy the package of need to buy the package of prints, and it's like $10 for 20 prints, so it's really not that bad. And here I am waiting until it comes out. So the picture, I printed this in like kind of a really nice black and white, more sepia, I guess, I don't know, with a really nice frame, and here it is. It's at size 2x3, which is really cool. And I actually had already printed another one before just to test it out, so I have 2 of them for my layout. I took 2 tags again from the Hazy Days collection as well, and put each photo on one of the tags. The pictures that come out of the Sprocket are really a perfect size for small things, like, you know, like if you want to create a really nice layout around your photos but you don't want some big photos. So this is really great, and I'm linking below the place. Basically I'm linking where you can buy it if you're interested in looking for it, and I'm just linking it in the description area of this video. I took some of the tags, and using the same inks, I just added a little bit of ink around the tags because I wanted them to match the background. And then I took some foam tape and basically stuck them to the paper, to the background. I kind of stuck them inside the strings to kind of look as if they were hanging on those wires. I played around with this a lot, and finally I found the right composition of how I wanted the photos and the tags to look like. I took some of the string from before, like the sewing string, and just added it to the back. One photo I did put up in a foam with the foam tape, but the other one I wanted to show you how it's a sticky backing. So I just did the same thing and just used the stickiness from the backing to use it. So you don't even need to add any glue or anything to it. But this one I didn't put foam tape, I just used it the way it was. I also took some of the string that I had left over and added a few, I added it to the end of the tags. I should have done this where I should have taken the actual hole puncher before instead of removing everything after, and I wasn't able to hole punch it properly, but that's okay. Added to the distressed look. And the second one I wasn't even able to punch at all, so I just basically stapled it onto the actual tag, and it just created a little bit of a distressed look to this one as well. Next time I'll remember to make the holes before I actually put the pictures on. I ended up moving the tags a little bit and shifted the composition just because I wanted one to be higher than the other, but I didn't want to show you again how I was moving everything. It was just moving it around. I took some Ecoline black watercolor, and using a thin paintbrush I started adding some splatters in the background. This is the black, and it's a really nice watercolor, perfect for doing these kind of splatters. To add a little bit more distressed look to this, I took a couple of the stamps from the Hazy Day collection from the 7 Dot Studio one, and this is a little kind of a splatter looking stamp that I can just go in with my ink and add a little bit more splatters where I want them without having to actually use the watercolor and splatter it, and it doesn't really go where I want it. With this, in this case, I can really place the splatters where I want them. This stamp set also comes with like stapled kind of stamp that looks like it was grungy staples. So I took it and started adding a little bit of texture on the actual strings and on the different areas. I want to just point out something. I don't know what happened to one of the photos. I guess it touched something that was wet, and it started, I don't know if I didn't let the photo dry enough, but it started creating a little bit of a turquoise effect around the photo. And actually, I think this mistake actually helped me because I really liked that it had a little bit of turquoise because it looked really good. It looked very like kind of a rusted patina effect. So I took my actual rust paste from Finnabair, this blue rust paste, and I started kind of adding it in different areas to kind of add to that grunge look. So I think it might have touched some of the ink. That photo might have touched some of the ink and it reacted to it. This is a really true printer like photo. It's not something from the store, so it's a really good quality. So I think that's probably why that happened. But I just went with it, and I know mistakes sometimes happen, but I actually really liked adding this turquoise color into it, and I started adding it with my paintbrush and watering it down a little bit. So I sprayed a little bit on my mat and started watering it down. I always talk about this mat that I bought. This is a Ken Oliver mat, and I always link it in my description area as well, because it's been a really great mat for so many different things, and it cleans so well. And I actually don't take such good care of it. Like, there's actually spots on it, but the nice thing about it is that, I don't know, because if it's gray or what it is, it doesn't show in the video as much, and it's so easy to clean, so I'm really happy with that. So I link that below as well, so you can, if you want to, if you need a mat, this is a really good one to buy, and it's heat resist, of course. So as you can see, I added some of the turquoise things, and then I took some embellishments from Prima. These are metal trinkets, and these are like kind of the same color. They kind of have a turquoise color, and I used a couple of the flowers. I cut one of them so I could add it in different areas, and then I am using the leaves as well to basically embellish around my photos. These fit were perfectly in terms of the colors. They fitted perfectly. I'm using some Fabri-Tac glue to glue these elements to the page because they will hold them really well. You could also use gel medium or anything like that to hold this together. I also added a small little metal heart from Prima Finnabair. These are the mechanical heart, and it's in the same, basically matching the same colors. And I took one of the words from the 7 Dot Studios Hazy Day word stickers. It's called Captured, and I just added it underneath the photo. Then I took this Prima Marketing canvas letters. This is from the Sunrise Sunset collection. It's a very old collection, so I don't guarantee that I'll find the link, but any black letters will work. And I basically just added my title, which is Hold Me Tight. This is a photo that we took in a recent vacation in March. And what I like about it is that it's not posed. It was taken spontaneously by my son. It was a really nice place. We were in Tortola. It's a Caribbean island, and my husband was trying to help me so I wouldn't fall. We were walking on these rocks between the ocean, and basically he was helping me, and my son had my phone, and he took this really nice picture, and it turned out so nice. I really loved it, and it was as if we were holding hands, but he was actually helping me, holding me really tight so I won't fall. So that's the meaning of this picture, behind this picture. And I know I'm in a bathing suit and it's not the most flattering picture, but that's why I printed it black and white, so it would look really nice for this layout. I used some gel medium to just hold the letters together so they wouldn't come off. And then I took a black marker and just added a little bit of journaling explaining when this photo was taken and what happened around it. Like, I mean, I just really like the meaning behind it. And I thought, I mean, I don't add journaling a lot to my pages, but I thought this was perfect for that. And I like that I used 2 pictures for this because it kind of gave a double meaning. Just wanted to thank you so much for watching, and if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and if you like it and share it, that would be awesome. Thanks so much. Bye!